What is up everyone, Nick here with my recap and review for Justice League number 1, The Extinction Machines Part 1. Now this is from Brian Hitch and Tony Daniel. We begin the issue with Wonder Woman fighting in Eastern Europe against Russian soldiers trying to attack the border of a nation. The fight is interrupted when a massive fissure shakes the whole city and destroys the troops. We then cut to news reports from all over the world, broadcasting a similar report where massive earthquakes and natural disasters strike multiple countries at once. In Beijing, China, Simon Baz and Jessica Cruz work together to make sure that buildings in the city are stable and people are safe from the disaster before contacting Cyborg and the rest of the League. In New York, Cyborg is holding down a collapsed subway station and stops a train from colliding with people on the tracks before going to save kids trapped in a nearby school. In Northern California, the Flash radios Cyborg to let him know that his location is secure as he finishes rescuing citizens trapped in a falling building. Underwater in Atlantis, Aquaman is also facing disaster as his kingdom collapses and his people flee. He realizes that the ocean crust has moved apart and that it will cause massive tidal waves to strike the surface, and he hopes that the League is prepared. Back in China, Simon and Jessica are able to stop a tsunami from reaching the city by putting up a massive construct wall, but notice that the people are staring upwards and chanting. Just as this happens, the Green Lanterns lose power from their rings and fall down. We then cut to Flash and Wonder Woman experiencing the same situation as people seem to be under the control of something. The Flash loses his speed temporarily and Wonder Woman is surrounded by the mind-controlled citizens. Back at New York, Cyborg calls out to any remaining Justice League member and Batman answers asking what Superman is doing. Cyborg lets them know that he's all over the world saving people, but they need to call him in for help after losing contact with the others. In Gotham City, Batman finds a giant projectile or ship with spores coming out of it and attacking people, and he calls for Cyborg to let the government quarantine the city. Aquaman and Wonder Woman are attacked by the people they just saved due to the mind control, and the issue ends with Wonder Woman claiming that the Kindred are behind the attack. So overall, this issue was a lot more solid than the Rebirth one-shot that Brian Hitch had done. He wrote and did the art for that issue, and it just wasn't very good. Like, just nothing interesting happened that issue. The art was pretty bad at points and just pretty boring overall, but this one at least sets up somewhat of an interesting story where the League is trying to stop these natural disasters from happening, but at the same time there's another sinister motivation behind an unknown source. Brian Hitch has said that there's going to be new villains introduced in this story arc, so I guess that's what he kind of means by the Kindred, even though those are old characters from the Wildstorm universe as far as I remember. So yeah, overall pretty solid issue. Tony Daniel's doing great job on the artwork, and I'm kind of interested to see where they're going to go with this, much more so than the Rebirth one-shot, which is why I'm going to give this issue a 7 out of 10, and I recommend it if you guys want to go check it out. It's not anything to write home about, it's not the best Rebirth book that's out there right now, but it's a pretty fun kind of, you know, action-oriented Justice League book. So if you guys got a chance to check the issue out, let me know what you guys thought down in the comment section below, and if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, hit that subscribe button down there and like the video. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you guys next time.